What is zero positivity?
So this shows up in different ways, a little bit in different systems. Like, so for instance, in one of the books, there's this thing talking about zero positive, and it sets it up as a, that a number system or a measure system begins with some sort of zero, i.e., a reference point of some sort of notion of unit, and some sort of notion of extent. And for a number line, that might be, the integer infinity, for example. Um, so in that sense, we're constructing the notion of number as being a little bit like, what is, remember, another triple would be, to get anywhere you need your map, you need a compass, and you need to know your current position. And so these things sort of overlap a little bit. Like, for instance, if you think about, um, current position, it's effectively like what your unit would be, right? Your compass effectively is defining what your ordination is going to be, which way the number line is pointing. And in effect, the map is defining how far you can go. It lets you know kind of what the extent is, gives you a kind of an overview of the whole, so to speak. But in the way in which Axiom 2 is stated, it's really talking about the notion of class and instance. So a class basically being, the notion of a sort of typology or a kind of, many things of this kind, but it could be referred to as a sort of multiplicity, i.e., many things, but it doesn't actually say how many. Just more than one, basically, or at least two. Um, but it's not really referring to the things themselves so much as it's referring to the kind of things. Any number of objects of a certain type, basically. Um, and that's kind of the preconditions for the emergence of a new object or a single object of a specific type. So this notion of going from class to instance, this is it's language that's borrowed from computer science. It comes from a background where, we're talking about sort of an abstract reality, and that, out of this abstract, uh, this abstract thing, we can create an embodiment. We can move in the direction of embodiment. So it's sort of like talking about what are the preconditions of embodiment in that sense.